Okay, let's see here. Have you ever wondered why so many companies are so successful and others are not? Have you ever wondered why your competition, your competition is beating you and you are not doing anything about it, or you are and you're not really succeeding? Well, today we're going to go deep dive and find out how you can find really, really good, profitable ideas, and how you can take those ideas and implement them into real products, real real valuable products that you can actually sell to people. All right. I'm going to call this the 1% formula. And the 1% formula is something you do not want to miss. You do not want to miss that formula, because this formula is actually going to take you from having a simple product to, flipping it and having it be a bit more significant than you would have thought. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about right now you're sitting there, you're thinking, how do I find a really good idea that I can then develop, turn into a business, and actually make a lot of money with it? Right? You're thinking, how do I basically take my company and add so much more value to it, and then be able to either sell it or make it more profitable, or however you want to do that, right? How do you do that, right? So today we're going to do some research. We're going to do some research and we're going to find how you do that using AI. And with AI, you can do so much more. But today, let's just do the research. I saw a post the other day. Somebody was saying that they are spending 3 to 4 hours finding content ideas, finding product ideas, just to figure out, hey, what are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do that? So much time wasted when you can actually use AI to do it in half the time, not even half the time, probably, less than 30 minutes, right? So here's what we're gonna do. Let me share my screen. Today, we're going to find profitable SaaS ideas. Now, with profitable SaaS ideas, we're going to basically identify high value opportunities. And this is not just for SaaS. This is also for any business. It doesn't matter if you're doing accounting, it doesn't matter if you're doing HVAC, it doesn't matter if you're doing roofing, you're in the real estate industry, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can actually follow this formula to make your business just a little bit more profitable, just a little bit more profitable, right? And you're going to figure out how to do that using the 1% market formula that I'm going to show you. Now, if you want to book a meeting with me or book a strategy meeting so I can take you through this on your own, we can do a one-on-one for free. I won't charge you anything. Book a strategy call with me, and the link will be in the description, and we can go from there. Now, here's the 1% formula. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to target 1% of the market. So, for example, if a company is worth, I don't know, $500 million, right? We're going to say, hey, I like what that company is doing. I really like what they're doing. And I really want to figure out how I can get just 1% of their profit. Just 1%. You're not going to outcompete those guys. They already have a lot of money, right? They already have a lot of money, and you cannot outcompete them, right? Yeah. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to do that. So we're basically going to target a small slice, just a small slice of existing, the market value, which is going to basically give you a viable business. And we know that in the industry right now, there's actually small applications that are solving big, big problems and they are coming up with big, big revenue. So, how do you actually do that? How do you actually turn that around? Right? It's a bit simple, but yet valuable, right? I think you know some of the examples that we're talking about here. Talking about like scheduling platforms, email sending platforms, talking about companies that don't really do much, but they are profiting like crazy, right? So let's focus on that. Let's focus on simplicity with high quality and utility. Now, how do we do that? How do we find these profitable ideas? Whether you're in the SaaS, whether you're in the everyday business, consulting service business, all you have to do is take a look at some of the communities that these people are in, take a look at the marketplaces, and take a look at the latest launches, the latest SaaS launches, the latest apps that are coming out. See what they're doing. In fact, for any business, you can probably copy this formula for any business. In fact, people are launching apps on an every day, and they're actually basically using this 1% formula. So here are some places that you can go to find some really good profitable businesses. One of them is indiehackers.com. Indiehackers is one of those websites that has a lot of community based, and look at this guy, he just hit $35,000 a month with 1 million followers by focusing on content first. Like, if you come in here, you get so many ideas on how people are doing things and how people are changing lives and how you too can basically do the same thing. If they can do it, why can't you do it? Right? If they can do it, why can't you do it? Right? And I don't want to hear that, oh, I don't know how, I don't know what. That's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here. Right? MicroAcquire. MicroAcquire is another really good platform marketplace where people are buying and selling businesses. So if you want to see the listings here, you just click on view listings, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of listings that you can actually see here. So once you sign in, you'll be able to see that. They also have pricing and all that good jazz. But this is a really good website that you can see that people are coming in, they're actually connecting with buyers and sellers of applications, of businesses, of other businesses that you might think of. Everything is on acquire.com here, right? They changed it from microacquire to acquire.com, so anything goes in here now. It used to be just SaaS products, now it's all the businesses. The other place you can go look is people who are launching products. Find out, hey, what are the best products I've launched last year? You can actually find that right here. So for example, here we see Base 44. It's an all-in-one app building platform. Oh yeah, that's a good one, right? It already has 500 upvotes, 55 comments, and you can see so many apps. TikTok Super Tool, get insights on analytics. Oh man, this is a really good app. Yeah, it's a Chrome extension. This is probably going to allow you to check your TikTok um, analytics tool and your numbers. Make sure that you have everything. Like, these are good apps. These are really good apps. I mean, here on MicroAcquire, here is a really good place to basically find the ideas that are being launched, the ideas that are making sense, the ideas that people really want. You can see here last month, put your notes to work with voice and AI. Boom. I like that's a really good app. Why couldn't you do the same thing? Why couldn't you put your own flavor into that and then make your own app, right? If you are a service-based business, why can't you come in here and figure out, hey, what are the other people using for measuring or for quoting or for CRM? I don't know. Everything is in here. And the good thing is that nowadays, the whole gist of this is that people are actually able to create apps, not in an instant, but very, very fast. You practically don't even need any coders anymore, any developers. Practically. Okay. You can basically have an app running in a day or so. And that's exactly why I'm doing this video series, to show you, hey, let's find the idea first. Let's build up the ideas, and then let's go from there and actually build this thing. Here are some simple apps that are making millions. Calendly, everybody is used to Calendly. I mean, if you could listen, if you could get 1% of Calendly by you building your own calendar platform and having your own twist into it, and getting 1% of $100 million, how would that change your life? Anyways, Card, a one-page website, multi-million review revenue from that. Notion, it's a note-taking app. Notion is a note-taking app. That's all they did. But look at that. They're worth $10 billion now. Right? The key here is simplicity. Solve a real problem. Find a way to solve a real problem. In your business, if you're a life coach, if you're a painter, are you actually solving a real problem? Are you adding value to your own clients? Right? If you're a painter, are you coming in and just say, yeah, I'll paint this? Or are you coming in and saying, hey, here are the steps, here's what I'm going to walk you through, here's a video you can watch of what we've done before, here's a tool that you can use to see how much paint we're going to need, right? You can, oh man, that's actually a really good idea. A tool or a calculator to find how much paint you're going to need depending on how many walls or size of house you have. Oh, can you imagine if you had a painting company and you actually built that application, and people would just go to your website, fill out, hey, this is the house I have, this is the many rooms I have, all this needs to be painted, and then the application comes out and say, hey, this is how much paint you're gonna need, that's how long it's gonna take, this is how many people you're gonna need, and this is exactly how much it's gonna cost. You just save that person, at least 2 hours of researching, calling around, right? Guess what? They're probably gonna go with you because you've already solved their problems in less time than everybody else. Because everybody else is like, oh yeah, I'll come give you a quote. How does tomorrow work for you? How does next week work for you? Like, people don't have time anymore. They don't have time anymore. Oh man, somebody better take that idea and run with it. Now, here's how you spot a really, really good idea. You go to Google Trends, you go to Twitter and Reddit, and you see what people are saying, right? So for example, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna put in paint calculator. Obviously, paint my house. Let's say paint my house. Let's see how many people are actually looking for painting. In the last 30 days, you can see it's actually trending up. Right? It's actually trending up. People are actually wanting to paint their houses because what? It's getting warm outside and people really want, yeah, people really want to renovate and go with it and run with it. Right? It's warming up. It's going, oh goodness. Anyways, anyways, I'm gonna run with these painting ideas and I'm gonna see if I can actually sell this to somebody. If nobody takes it, I'm gonna take it and run with it. All right. The other thing you can do, you can go to perplexity.ai, and Perplexity is just Google on crack cocaine. Basically, it's Google on crack. And it basically does the research for you, comes up with ideas, comes up with a way for you to actually see things. So if I were gonna go with my paint calculator, I would say do research and find out um, if people would like the idea of using a paint calculator so that they know exactly how much paint they will need. right? Because some people it's like, I'm gonna need this much paint, but I have to go back to the store, blah blah. Blah. It's really good when you plan this out, right? Um, I'll go on Reddit and find what people are saying about painting their houses and what problems, right? What problems they are having, right? So we're gonna go there and we're gonna say, here, let me just sign in here. And we're gonna say deep research. And then we're going to click research and perplexity. Just perplexity is so cool. It is actually going to go and do some serious deep research on my behalf, right? Here you can see it's saying it's preparing it's preparing the research, it's going to Reddit, it's going to see what people are actually saying about painting. Now Reddit, if you don't know what Reddit is, it's basically the top website on the internet right now if you want to do research, right? Because it's easily accessible, it's anonymous, people can come in, complain however they want, and it's actually a way for you to be uh, open about the problems you're having, whether it's in your life or whatever. They have so many subreddits. If you don't know what Reddit is, I highly recommend you make an application there or you make an account, and then from there you'll be able to see how how everything applies to you there. Like everything, they have everything on Reddit. If you don't have a Reddit account, highly recommend you get one. Right. So it Perplexity is gonna go. It looks like it found sufficient information. It's gonna go and find all the answers that it can, do the research, and then it's gonna present it to me. Look at this. It already went through 27 sources, right? And it's taken 4 steps, and now it's gonna give me the whole thing there. All right. So that's how you find profitable ideas, by doing Google Trends, by looking at Twitter and Reddit and how people are doing it, what problems people are complaining about, what they're not complaining about. You can also use Substack and LinkedIn. Substack is like a newsletter type forum, and LinkedIn as well. Those are really good ones. And guess what? Perplexity can actually go and visit some of those websites and actually give you a full-on research paper. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come take a look at this. Paint calculator demand analysis. Okay. Reddit insights on homepage challenge. Before diving into a detailed analysis, blah blah blah. Look at this. Current paint estimation method and users sentiments. So Reddit users frequently discuss various estimation methods, determining paint quantities and all that good jazz. 1 gallon should cover 10 by 10 room. Like people are actually talking about this on the internet. I know it's an idea I came up with on the fly, but look, people are actually coming up with it, and actually they are talking about it. You know, add up the wall length, multiply by blah blah blah. Like there's a calculator here. There's a formula already created, and people are actually doing it. The common paint quantity estimation problems: overbuying and underbuying. Whoa! Did we just discover a problem that we can solve? We are solving overbuying paint or underbuying the paint. All right? That's the reoccurring theme here. People are buying too much paint. They're like, I don't know what to do with this now. Right? Or they're like, I didn't buy enough. Now I have to go buy more. And then guess what? You end up overbuying. Oh man, I feel like this is gonna be a really good idea. I'm gonna run with this. I don't care. I'm gonna run with this. Beyond quantity related, color mixing calculation. That's actually a good one. Oh, that's actually a really good one, right? Users express interest in tools for determining paint color mixing. Wow. So here's the problem with the painting industry. Usually, you have to go to the store and then you have to talk to the guy. And if the guy doesn't know, then you're hooked. You're hooked, right? So people are having a lot of problems here. Pain points in the housing painting process, surface preparation issues, all that good jazz. Uh, Doing it yourself or considering professional services, like what? Look at all those problems we were able to find. Okay, so Perplexity just came out with a conclusion. I love this. Perplexity came up with a conclusion, and it says an ideal paint calculator would require minimal measurements while providing reliable estimates, right? Account for variable like paint quality, surface condition, color changes, offer guidance on proper preparation technique, provide cost estimation alongside quantity calculations, help with related decisions like paint type selection and color mixing. I mean, this is really, really good idea. This is so good. I love it. I love it. Look at this. I can then take this. Okay. I can then take this. I didn't want to do this, but um, I can then take this. Maybe I'll save this for the next video. But you can then take this research, put it into Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, whatever you want, and it can actually come up with a feasible application. Feasible application, right? All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set your 1% goal, and your 1% is you're gonna take a look at $10 million market leader. Maybe somebody else is doing it already. Maybe there's also a paint calculator out there who already there's a huge company, that's selling paint. They already have this calculator. Now, my goal, my target is going to be to get 1%, 1% of the market. Right? That's very much realistic because if I put that calculator together and actually make sure that I can actually make sure that I can actually get that, you know, put to the market and launch it and actually get that 1%. I think this is a feasible number to hit. It's a very feasible number that I can actually hit and actually see uh, what what this is going to be the potential revenue. This is going to be the potential revenue. So make sure you pick a niche with proven money flow. If you don't pick a niche that doesn't have proven money flow, you are out to lunch. You are out to lunch. So pick something that already exists, pick something that's already making money, pick something that's already out there and it's already generating revenue. And your job, I'm going to say this one more time, your job is to just get 1%. 1%. Right? Action steps. Right? Here's your action steps. So we're going to list 5 to 10 successful apps. We're going to analyze them. And then we're going to identify the gaps. Now, you identify the gaps by doing the research, obviously, as I showed you. Right? You find the underserved needs in the current solution, or even the needs they're actually solving, but can you do it a bit better? Can you do it a bit different? Maybe they have a bloated application. Can you just resize it, minimize it, bring it down to something useful that people can use? Maybe they are targeting bigger companies, huge companies. Can you go in there and target the startups? Can you go in there and target the mom and pop shops? Right? That's really, really good idea. Use Google Trends, Reddit, Perplexity to check the demand for it. Right? As you saw here, Paint My House is actually going up. The trend is going up. It's warming up. The trend is warming up, and this is really good idea. I'm gonna run with this. I'm gonna run with this. Yeah, define your revenue goal, which is obviously the 1%. Now, with the 1%, all you want to do, right, is capture that 1% market value. Now you might be wondering, okay, how am I going to do that? Oh yeah, this is your assignment. Assignment number 1. Define your feature. Find 5 to 10. Okay, this is your assignment. Find 5 to 10 successful apps. Identify the gap. Check on the demand, and then define your revenue goal, which is the 1%. That's your assignment. Okay. Next time, we're going to be defining the features. We're going to list the features. I'm going to use my painting application here, and we're going to define the features of the app. We're going to use AI tools to leverage, to make sure that all these features can be developed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to refine the scope. We're going to focus on the must haves. Nice to haves are good, but the must haves are where it's at. That's the next step. All right. I hope that makes sense. I hope that gives you a lot to think about. If you need help, book a meeting with me. It doesn't cost you anything. And I'll walk you through this whole process, even the next steps. All right.